Young Turks is the largest online news network in the world right now, but we started in my living room 16 years ago. We started as a radio show on Sirius Satellite Radio. Then we started our online stream 11 years ago, and we're the longest running live stream there is on the entire web. And so we now have 80 million unique viewers, 30 different channels, and we're dominating a little bit, just having fun.
That's awesome. So you're here at OMD, you're here speaking to advertisers. What is the advertiser opportunity with you guys?
So what's wonderful about online is two things: the engagement that you get with the audience and how authentic it is. So with us, since we do talk shows, we can actually talk about the products. It's a giant advantage. You run an ad that's pre-produced, maybe it reaches people, maybe it doesn't. But if the person who's talking about it is a host they already know and trust, that's, I think, monumental difference. And that's where the authenticity comes in. In terms of engagement, we shatter the engagement records. So because people are watching for so long, some other channels have like an average viewer time of 0.1 minutes. Our time is 22 minutes per viewer. So it's just so, the engagement, the likes, the shares, etc. is so deep, and that's exactly what you want. You want your product to connect with that audience, and you get it through that engagement.
Great. So what's next for you guys? Tell us about the operation, where you hope to go in the next 12 months.
Yeah, so we're the largest online news network, but our goal is grand. It's to be the largest news network, period, on any platform across the world. So we're growing and growing. We just hired 2 new reporters. We're going to hire a lot more in the days to come. We're going to expand our shows. We're going to expand the platforms that we're on. We already are overwhelming #1 on YouTube. We do great on Facebook. And now the OTTs and the skinny bundles are wonderful for us because of time spent viewing. So we're going to keep on expanding until our lead is so large that it depresses the competition.
So tell us about, we were talking in the session about Facebook Live and how awesome that has been. So let's talk about the the live platforms. And we've talked about this stuff, live stream, Ustream over the years, and we've talked about live, and what's happened that it's blowing up the way it is?
Well, honestly, I think that 2 things happened. One is the big boys, Facebook and YouTube, decided we're going to turn it on. So we're going to actually direct the audience there. And once they gave the audience the ability to view it, the audience said, yeah, of course I want to watch things live. You know, if something interesting is happening, for example, I got kicked off a plane once, right? And I started live streaming it. And all of a sudden, this giant audience all across the world is watching this drama unfold. You know, is he going to be on the plane? Is he not going to be on the plane? You know, et cetera, right? And so it's just a beautiful, amazing new world. The second part of it is that the audience has gotten used to watching it live. So before on digital, you'd watch it on demand, and you were used to, oh, I get it once a day, or I have my routine. Now you get these little pop-ups that says Cenk is live, Young Turks is live, and you go, oh wait, I wonder what he's live about, and you watch it. So those 2 things coming together has made live gigantic.
So how much of your content would you say is consumed live versus on demand?
Okay, so live still has a lot of catching up to do to on demand because digital grew up on demand, and so and we've been doing a live stream forever. Now, when I talk live today, that's new. I'm talking about live mobile, where you're walking around or in the field and you can go live. But even so, with all that great stuff that's going on live, it still has a lot of room to catch up to on demand. On demand is the majority of your audience. And live is growing every single day. But to give you a sense of how well it's growing, on election day we had 1 million hours of viewing in 1 day. So that's when you know that live has arrived.
And that was on Facebook Live?
That was on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, okay. So as a publisher, do you have any suggestions of which platform to use and which makes it easier to monetize and share perhaps as well?
Well, look, if there's a reason why the big guys are the big guys. So I think YouTube is still the best in the business. I think Facebook is gigantic, and those 2 have to be part of your plan. And but I think Twitter is doing a outstanding job, whether it's live with Periscope, their video now, in almost a surprising fashion. I think a lot of people have written them off, but I think they're making a really good comeback. And then there are the platforms that aren't live yet, but that are giving people a new viewing experience, like Pluto, where it's a TV-like viewing experience, but with just digital content. And then there'll be the skinny bundles that combine the digital and the old media content. So all that is very exciting.
Cool. And finally, it's been a crazy time with this election and with our society more split than ever around what they believe, what's true, what's false. Any takeaways from the election and sort of the future of journalism and how you see things shaking out?
Yeah. So you remember the old Mark Twain quote about how a lie will get around the world before truth can get its shoes on, and we saw that happen this year. But I am eternally optimistic. So right now we've got an ocean of content, and there's a lot of fake news and a lot of nonsense out there, but I believe that over time truth will win out, because quality wins out in almost every aspect of life. But in the long run, you got to stay strong in the short run, because you're going to hit a lot of bumps in that road. But eventually people are going to learn these are the sources I can trust, the platforms, the mediums, the outlets that I can trust, and the ones that led me astray too many times. So I think that you will have a new media arise from there where people go, they have earned my trust.